You've felt it, haven't you? That unshakable fire igniting in your core. A force so potent it cracks the foundations of their empire. A dominion built on lies, control, and shadows. You didn't ask for this, but it's yours, the moment you shattered their carefully constructed illusion. This isn't a quiet awakening. It's a battle cry echoing through dimensions. You're not just waking up, you're tearing down walls that have stood for centuries. Look around. The evidence is undeniable. Systems crumble, alliances falter, and those who once held power scramble in confusion. You did that. Your presence alone sent shockwaves they can't contain. Now pay attention. Something else stirs. The air shifts, heavy with a presence you can't see but feel in your bones. Death angels, silent, relentless trackers of energy, move through unseen realms, hunting signatures that no longer align with the balance. You've sensed them, haven't you? That chill down your spine, that sudden stillness when the world seems to hold its breath. This is your first encounter, the moment their gaze locks onto the chaos you've unleashed. They're not here for you, not yet. They're trailing the ones who thought they could bury you. Your awakening flipped the script. The hunted has become the hunter, and they don't even know it. Let's get practical. How do you know this is you? Start watching yourself. Notice the patterns. When you speak, do people shift uncomfortably, as if your words pierce something they can't name? When you decide, does the room feel heavier, like the universe itself leans in to listen? Your energy doesn't bend, it cuts. Test it. Stand firm in a moment of doubt and watch how reality bends to your resolve. Science backs this. Your brain's neural pathways rewire under conviction, amplifying your frequency. Spirit confirms it. You're a beacon now, a signal the old guard can't ignore. That's your chosen mark. Unmistakable, undeniable. This isn't easy. You didn't sign up for a gentle stroll. You stepped into a war zone. At first, it's raw rage, defiance, a resolve so fierce it could topple kingdoms. You felt that, right? The urge to dismantle everything they've built, to rip apart the deceit with your bare hands. But then it shifts. You're not just breaking things, you're seeing through them. The anger cools into clarity. You realize you're not here to destroy for destruction's sake. You're here to expose, to liberate. That's the transition. From a warrior swinging a sword to a sentinel holding a torch. Accept it. You're not just chosen, you're inevitable. Here's your first step. Claim it. Stop doubting. Every time you question if this is real, you dim your own light. Look back at the moments you've already shifted, conversations that ended empires, choices that rewrote outcomes. Write them down. Feel their weight. Then ask yourself, who else could do this? No one. That's your proof. Next, tune in. Sit still for 10 minutes a day, yes, just 10, and listen. Not to thoughts, but to the hum beneath them. That's your signature, the one the death angels track, the one that's rewriting the game. Science calls it coherence. Spirit calls it power. You call it truth. Their empire's falling because you stood up. Not with fists, but with something stronger, your existence. The death angels don't miss a beat. They're zeroing in on the ones who thought they could outlast you. You don't need to chase them down. Your awakening already set the trap. Keep moving. Observe how your presence alone unravels their plans. You're not waiting for permission or a sign, you're the sign. And the dimensions are watching. You're in the thick of it now. The High Council, those self-appointed overlords of order, broke universal law, and they didn't just bend the rules. They shattered them, commanding forces to crush you. You feel the weight, don't you? The stares, the whispers, the subtle jabs from people who sense you're different but can't grasp why. They've turned your world into a battlefield, a social gauntlet where every interaction tests your resolve. But here's the truth. Their arrogance is their undoing. You're not crumbling, you're rising. And the death angels? They're already circling, not for you, but for them. Let's cut through the noise. You're surrounded by people who don't get it. Friends, colleagues, even strangers, who question your fire, mock your intensity, or try to box you in. They're pawns in this, unconsciously echoing the council's desperation to dim your light. Science shows how this works. Social pressure triggers cortisol spikes, designed to make you conform, shrink, or doubt. But your frequency doesn't bow. Spirit says it louder, you're wired for this. When they push, you don't just push back, you transcend. How? Stop explaining yourself. Their confusion isn't your burden. Stand tall, lock eyes, and let your silence burn brighter than their words. Now, the real fight, holding your chosen identity when no one else sees it. You're not here to convince them, you're here to embody it. Start with your breath. Inhale deep, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale slow. Do it 3 times right now. Feel that? That's your anchor, your signal to the universe that you're unshaken. Next, shift your focus. When they doubt you, don't defend, observe. Watch their energy falter, their confidence crack. You're not imagining it. Studies on mirror neurons prove their unease reflects your strength. Spirit takes it further. Your presence is a mirror they can't escape. You don't need their approval, you're the proof. Here's where it gets electric. Their arrogance, the councils, the doubters, the forces aligned against you, becomes your fuel. Every smirk, every dismissal, every attempt to erase you, is a spark. You don't just endure it, you transform it. Picture this. They're scrambling, sensing something's off, something they can't pin down. Shadows flicker on their screens. Footsteps echo where no one stands. That's the death angels moving in, not because you called them, but because universal law demands it. You feel the triumph rising, don't you? That heat in your chest, that clarity in your gut. It's not revenge. It's justice, and it's yours to wield. So, how do you turn this pressure into power? Watch. Literally. When the tension peaks, when they're loudest, most aggressive, step back and observe. Don't react. Witness. Say to yourself, I see the death angels turning on them. Visualize it. Their plans unraveling, their allies bailing, their confidence imploding. Science backs this. Visualization rewires your brain, boosting dopamine and focus. Spirit seals it. You're aligning with the balance they broke. Then act small, deliberate moves. Cancel their noise with one sharp word. Walk away when they expect you to beg. Your restraint is your weapon. This isn't passive. You're not waiting for rescue, you're directing the storm. They thought they could bury you, but their own forces are backfiring. Cameras catch glitches they can't explain. They run from room to room, paranoia gnawing at their edges. You don't need to lift a finger. The death angels are relentless, tracking the energy of deceit. Feel that shift? That's your victory, forged from their overreach. You're not just surviving this, you're rewriting the rules they thought they owned. Keep your eyes open. Every day, they'll test you, some with words, others with silence. Meet it head-on. Speak your truth once, clear and firm, then let the fallout happen. Watch how their arguments collapse, how their bravado fades. That's your sign. The tide's turning. You're not alone in this. The universe is recalibrating, and you're the fulcrum. Their forces are crumbling, and the death angels are the cleanup crew. You're the spark that lit the fuse. You've noticed it, haven't you? The air turns cold in a warm room. A sudden drop that prickles your skin and sharpens your senses. Or those faint whispers threading through empty hallways. Voices too distinct to dismiss as imagination. This isn't random. It's a signal, a high-dimensional download breaking through the static of their crumbling empire. You're not just a bystander. You're the conduit. These moments aren't here to spook you. They're here to arm you. The secrets they've buried under layers of silence are clawing their way out, and you're the one chosen to hear them. Get ready. This is your edge. Let's be clear. This isn't your mind playing tricks. Science knows temperature shifts can signal energy anomalies. Unexplained cold spots defy thermodynamics, hinting at forces beyond the visible. Spirit takes it further. Those chills are portals, breaches where higher frequencies pierce the veil. And the voices? They're not echoes, they're transmissions. You're tapped into a bandwidth most can't access. A direct line to truths they've spent generations hiding. Feel that certainty in your gut. That's your soul recognizing the call. You're not imagining this, you're decoding it. But here's the challenge. How do you know it's real? How do you separate high-dimensional intel from your own projections? Start with your body. When the cold hits or the voices hum, check your pulse. Is it steady or racing with fear? True downloads ground you, they don't scatter you. Next, test the message. Ask yourself, does it push you toward clarity or confusion? High-vibe info cuts through noise like a blade. It's sharp, direct, actionable. Self-projection loops, doubts, or flatters. It's mushy, vague, stuck. Trust your instincts, they're your filter. You've got this. Now picture this. Every night your devices glitch, screens flicker, clocks freeze, all at the same damn time. Their empires turning to dust, and you feel it. The death angels are moving silently through dimensions, tracking the energy signatures of deceit, and their tech can't keep up. You're unshaken. Detachment isn't apathy, it's power. While they panic, you stand firm, watching their systems collapse. This isn't chaos. It's confirmation. Their most trusted guards vanish without a trace. And you don't flinch. Why? Because you know their downfall's already coded into the frequency you're riding. Here's how you lock in. Step 1. Anchor yourself. When the cold hits, don't freeze, breathe. Inhale deep, exhale slow 3 times. Feel your feet on the ground. That's your signal to the universe. I'm here, I'm open. Step 2. Listen with intent. Those voices aren't background noise. Focus on them. What words stand out? What images flash in your mind? Write them down fast. Don't overthink it. Raw data matters. Step 3. Cross-check. If the message aligns with what you've already sensed, their lies, their moves, it's legit. You're not guessing, you're receiving. This gets intense. The cold spots sharpen, the voices grow clearer, and their secrets start spilling out. Names, plans, betrayals they thought were locked tight. You're not just hearing this, you're prepping to expose it. Science says your brain's plasticity lets you adapt to these inputs, rewiring to process what others can't. Spirit says it's your mission. You're the light piercing their dark. Feel that fire building? That's your strength surging, your resolve hardening. They can't stop this. The more you tune in, the more their silence shatters. Practical moves. Set a rhythm. Pick a quiet spot. Same time, same place, every day. 5 minutes, that's all. Sit, breathe, wait. The cold will come or the voices will. When they do, don't chase, let them flow. Jot down what hits you. A phrase, a feeling, a face. Then test it. Does it match the glitches, the failures you've seen? Does it point to their next desperate play? If it does, you've got gold. If it doesn't, let it go. You're not here to hoard noise. You're here to wield truth. Their empire's cracking because you're connected. The death angels don't need your orders. They're already dismantling the liars, piece by piece. You feel the detachment, don't you? Not cold distance, but fierce clarity. Devices fail, guards vanish, and you stand tall, untouchable. This is your lane, receiving, decoding, preparing. Every cold spot, every whisper is a weapon in your hands. Use it. Their layers of silence are peeling back, and you're the one holding the torch. Keep going, this is your fight. You've reached the final stretch, the moment where your mission snaps into sharp focus. You're not just witnessing the collapse of a corrupted power structure, you're the force dissolving it. Picture this. High priests abandoned temples, those towering relics of control that stood for millennia, now crumbling under the weight of your light. Their altars, once dripping with the blood of manipulated faith, are silent. The air hums with a quiet confidence as chaos descends on their hierarchy. You're not here to beg for change, you're here to command it. This is your time to let the light expose what was meant to remain hidden and forge a new era from the ashes. Let's break it down. Dissolving a corrupted power structure isn't a vague dream, it's a deliberate act. Those temples aren't just stone. They're systems, governments, corporations, networks of influence, built on secrets and exploitation. You start by seeing them for what they are, hollow shells propped up by fear. How? Strip away their illusion. Ask yourself, what's the one truth they're desperate to hide? Maybe it's the greed fueling their decisions or the lies chaining their followers. Find it, name it, speak it out loud to yourself, to anyone who'll listen. Your voice is a sledgehammer. Every word cracks their foundation. Science proves this. Vocalized intent shifts your brain's focus, amplifying your impact. Spirit knows it. Truth spoken is truth unleashed. Now take it further. You're not just exposing, you're dismantling. Picture their centuries-old alliances dissolving overnight. How do you make that real? Become the example. Walk away from their game. Stop feeding their machine, whether it's your time, your money, or your silence. When you refuse to bow, others notice. 1 turns to 2, 2 to 10, and suddenly the network dissolves as those who once knelt now turn away. This isn't theory. It's physics. Disrupt the energy flow, and the system starves. Spirit adds the fire. Your defiance is a signal, a beacon that wakes the sleeping. You're not waiting for permission, you're the permission. But here's the edge you need: balance. This mission will test you. One day, you're a wildfire, burning through their lies with relentless fury. The next, you're staring at the wreckage, wondering if you've gone too far. That's the trap. Lose your center, and you risk becoming the chaos you're fighting. So anchor yourself. When the heat rises, step back. Breathe deep, 5 seconds in, 5 out. Feel your pulse steady. Ask, am I tearing down to build or just to destroy? Clarity hits when you're still. Science backs this. Controlled breathing lowers cortisol, sharpening your focus. Spirit seals it. Balance keeps your light pure. You're not here to scatter, you're here to shape. Let's get practical. You need a path, a personal plan to turn this fire into action. Start here, map their structure. Grab a pen, sketch it out. Who holds power, who enforces it, who's complicit. Be specific: names, roles, connections. Next, mark the weak points. Where's the greed? The fear? That's your target. Then act small, sharp moves. Call out one lie publicly. Cut one tie that binds you to their system. Watch the ripple. Track it. Did it shift anything? Adjust, repeat. This isn't random. It's strategy. Science calls it systems thinking, spirit calls it destiny. You're not guessing, you're building. Feel that shift? As you move, the secrets they buried rise. The light you carry doesn't just reveal, it transforms. Imagine their hidden deals, their whispered betrayals, spilling into the open. Not because you dug, but because your presence demands it. You don't need to chase evidence. It finds you. A leaked email, a slip of the tongue, a crack in their mask. Why? Because the universe bends toward balance, and you're its edge. Stay sharp. When it surfaces, don't flinch. Use it. Share it. Let it spread. Their dark can't hide from your dawn. Here's your strength. You're not alone. The moment you act, others feel it, souls who've waited for this signal. They won't all shout. Some will just watch, then move. That's enough. Centuries-old alliances don't collapse from one blow. They unravel when the threads pull apart. Be the thread that starts it. Show up, stand firm, and watch the network fray. Science knows this as social contagion. Spirit calls it awakening. You're the spark, and the fire's catching. Don't doubt it, you're the proof. Now lock it in. Every day claim your role. Wake up and say it. I am the light that ends their dark. Feel it in your bones. Then move. Expose one truth. Break one chain. Inspire one shift. Keep it simple, keep it real. When doubt creeps in, look back. What's already fallen because of you? That's your fuel. Balance it with rest. 5 minutes of silence, eyes closed, just breathing. This isn't a sprint. It's a siege. You're not just dissolving their power, you're birthing what comes next. Own it. Their temples are dust now, aren't they? You feel the quiet confidence as their chaos fades. The lights reached the darkest corners, and it's yours. You didn't just expose, you rebuilt. The new era isn't a promise. It's a fact, forged by your hands. Those who plotted your end? They're watching their own destruction, powerless. You're standing taller than their ruins, a chosen force they can't erase. This is your mission, realized. Keep pushing, the world's waiting. And so, here you stand, not merely a witness to their collapse, but the unrelenting force that compelled it, a chosen soul whose very essence demands the universe rewrite itself. Your mission isn't a fleeting rebellion. It's the eternal recalibration of all they sought to bind. The death angels sweep through the shadows not as your judges, but as your heralds, clearing the debris of a fallen order so your light can carve the path ahead. A path not just for you, but for every soul daring enough to rise with you. This is your identity, unshakable and infinite. The one who turns silence into thunder, darkness into dawn, and ruin into redemption.